Some people break from just one hurtful word, while others stand tall even when the whole world turns its back on them. The difference isn't in their circumstances, but in an invisible weapon called mental strength. Mental strength is not luck. Have you ever wondered why some people crumble under pressure while others seem to thrive in chaos? The answer isn't luck, privilege, or genetics. It's mental strength, not something you're born with, but something you build day by facing real challenges. Most people spend their entire lives chasing comfort, avoiding pain, steering clear of failure, and then wonder why life feels so overwhelming. But strength doesn't come from hiding. It comes from engaging, from struggling, from refusing to quit. Mental toughness is like a muscle. The more you push it, the stronger it becomes. People who seem unshakable aren't special. They've just learned to see adversity as training, not punishment. They've stopped hoping for an easy life and started preparing for a strong one. If you're still waiting for life to be gentle, you're going in the wrong direction. What you truly need isn't fewer problems. It's the kind of mind that doesn't break when problems show up. And that's where your transformation begins. By understanding that mental strength isn't a gift. It's a choice you make every single day. Mindset shift, from wishing for ease to embracing challenge. Everyone wants life to be easier. Fewer problems, less stress, more comfort. But here's the truth. Life was never meant to be easy. It was meant to shape you. And the only way to grow stronger is to stop wishing for comfort and start training for resilience. The core shift begins with your mindset. Stop hoping the storm passes. Learn to become the kind of person who can stand in the storm and stay grounded. Mental strength isn't built in silence. It's built in failure, in pressure, in every moment you wanted to quit but didn't. That's where real transformation happens. Once you start to see every obstacle as a training ground, everything changes. Challenges are no longer threats. They become opportunities. Rejection, setbacks, disappointment, these are not punishments. They're resistance, and resistance builds strength. When you adopt this mindset, life no longer feels like it's breaking you down. It feels like it's building you up. That's when you stop being the victim of your circumstances and become the master of your mind. And in that shift, you'll discover that your greatest weapon was never ease. It was your unbreakable will to rise. Real story, pain creates power. Sometimes the most powerful transformations come from the darkest places. David Goggins is living proof. He wasn't born tough. In fact, he was once overweight, depressed, and stuck spraying for cockroaches. A life filled with frustration and regret. But everything changed the day he watched a documentary about Navy SEALs. In that moment, he didn't just dream of becoming stronger. He made a decision that would defy logic. To even qualify for SEAL training, he had to lose over 100 pounds in just 3 months. Most people would have called it impossible, but Goggins didn't stop. He woke up at 4 a.m., ran for miles, worked out until his body screamed, and repeated that pain every single day. Did it hurt? Absolutely. Did he want to quit? Every day. But he didn't, because mental toughness is built exactly where others give up. His pain became his power. He went on to become a Navy SEAL, break world records in endurance sports, and complete some of the most brutal ultramarathons on the planet. Goggins proved that the human mind is far stronger than we believe, and that when pain comes knocking, it's not a sign to stop. It's a signal to rise. Daily habits to build mental strength. Mental toughness isn't built in a day. It's forged through small, consistent habits that challenge you to grow beyond your limits. These daily practices are not about motivation, but discipline, the kind that sharpens your mind like a blade over time. Start with cold showers. It sounds simple, but intentionally stepping into discomfort each morning trains your brain to lean into the things it naturally resists. You teach yourself that fear and hesitation don't control you. You do. Next, move your body. Physical exercise isn't just about strength or appearance. A strong body fuels a strong mind. When you push yourself physically, you build mental endurance, focus, and resilience. Meditation comes next. It's not just for monks, it's a mental gym. It rewires your ability to manage emotions, maintain clarity, and stay grounded under pressure. Finally, do one hard thing every day. Wake up earlier than you want. Tackle that uncomfortable conversation. Finish the task you keep avoiding. Each act of discipline becomes a vote for the person you're becoming. Mental strength is earned through action, and the more you practice leaning into the hard things, the more unshakable you become, one habit, one day at a time. Emotional mastery, staying calm in chaos. Life will always throw chaos your way. Unexpected news, stressful situations, difficult people. But what separates the mentally strong from the easily shaken is this: emotional control. It's not about never feeling angry, scared, or overwhelmed. It's about choosing how to respond instead of reacting impulsively. The key lies in creating space. Just a few seconds can change everything. When emotions rise, breathe deeply and count to 5. That tiny pause is powerful. It gives your rational mind time to step in before your emotions take the wheel. Think of emotions like waves. They rise, they crash, they pass. If you chase them or run from them, they'll drown you. But if you observe them calmly, they lose their power. You're not avoiding your feelings. You're mastering your response to them. True strength isn't yelling louder or acting tougher. It's staying centered when the world around you spins out of control. The one who can remain calm in chaos holds the real power. When you can control your emotions, you can control your actions. And that means you control your life. Redefining failure. Not the end, but the beginning. Most people treat failure like a dead end, something to be ashamed of, to hide, or to avoid at all costs. But the truth is, failure is where greatness begins. Look at the legends. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company. Oprah was told she wasn't fit for television. These weren't setbacks. They were turning points. What separates the great from the forgotten isn't talent. It's what they do after they fall. They didn't quit. They didn't let failure define them. They used it to sharpen their skills, strengthen their mindset, and come back stronger. Failure is not proof that you're broken. It's proof that you're trying. It means you're playing the game instead of sitting safely on the sidelines. And that's where growth happens. Every stumble, every rejection, every tough lesson is a brick in the foundation of your future strength. So next time you fall short, don't hide from it. Smile, learn, adjust, and keep going. Because failure isn't the opposite of success, it's the path that leads to it. The power of attitude, building an unshakable mindset. Life will challenge you, that's a guarantee. You will face loss, betrayal, setbacks, and disappointments that shake you to your core. But the strongest people aren't those who avoid pain. They're the ones who choose how to respond to it. They don't play the victim. They take ownership. Here's the mindset shift. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. That's where real power begins. Resilience isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle imperfection with grace and strength. When you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What can I do about it?" you take your power back. You stop waiting for life to be easy, and you start becoming someone who can handle hard things. Your attitude is your armor. It determines whether you bend or break when life gets tough. An unshakable mindset isn't inherited. It's built, choice by choice, moment by moment. And when the storm comes, it's not the conditions that define you, it's the strength of your response. Discipline over motivation, the real key to lasting change. Motivation feels great when it's there. But here's the problem. Motivation is fleeting. One day you're fired up to chase your goals. The next you feel drained and distracted. That's why the most successful, mentally strong people don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's working out when your energy is low. It's staying consistent, not just when it's exciting, but especially when it's boring. The secret? Don't just set goals, build systems. Don't just aim to lose weight. Commit to a daily workout routine. Don't just dream of success. Build habits that make success inevitable. Systems remove emotion from the equation. They turn progress into a process. It's the small, repeatable actions, done daily, that create massive transformation over time. Discipline turns effort into identity. And while motivation might spark change, discipline is what sustains it. If you want lasting strength, don't wait to feel ready. Train yourself to show up, especially on the days you don't want to. That's where the real growth begins. Within you lies every tool you need to become mentally unbreakable. Strength isn't something you search for, it's something you choose to awaken. Standing at the crossroads, you can remain stuck in the comfort of what you know, or break free and pursue your growth. There won't be a perfect time, there's only now, and this is your moment. Action is what forges resilience. Step forward, even if you're uncertain. Your future begins the instant you decide to own it.